I just finished getting off of a Zoom meeting with America's leading IRA expert, Ed Slott, and I wanted to give you just a few of the highlights of what was talked about today so that you can take advantage of some of the things that he mentioned today. And one of the things that he mentioned today was the quote behind me was, Ed Slott said, never waste low-income tax brackets. And what he means by that is always use up the lower tax brackets so that when you're doing tax planning, you can always pay the lowest rate. One of the next things that he talked about was starting in 2026, that if you give money to charities, typically you have to itemize to be able to claim those deductions. But starting in 2026, those deductions, there's going to be a deduction for you without you having to itemize, and I'm going to show it here to you. There's going to be, the deduction's going to be $1,000 if you're filing single. The deduction's going to be $2,000 for you if you're married filing joint. And again, you don't have to itemize to be able to take this deduction starting in 2026. Next, one of the things he talked about too was the expanded child tax credit. The tax credit is for 2025 through 2028 is going to be $2,200 instead of the original $2,000 that it's been. So again, starting this year, you're going to get a $2,200 tax credit. Those are for your children that are ages 16 and younger. If they turn 17 in that year, that deduction is void. One of my favorite things that he talked about today was the expanded credit for seniors who are 65 years old and plus, that you're going to get an extra $6,000 deduction on top of your standard deduction. That means that if one of you is over 65, you get a $6,000 extra deduction. If both of you are over 65, you're going to get a $12,000 deduction. You're going to get 2 times the $6,000. And what does that mean? For those of you that have taxable retirement accounts, this is a great time to work on getting that money from forever tax money to never tax money, doing Roth conversions. You can put this money in other places, but to do the Roth conversion right now is a great time to be doing that. And last but not least, I just want to ask this question. What are you doing to take advantage of the One Big Beautiful Bill Act that was signed into law in July? I didn't mention the taxes on tips or the deduction for tax on tips. I didn't mention the deduction for taxes on your overtime. I created another video for that and explained how that's going to work. So if you would take the time, if you got a question to ask about it, please say more in the comments, depending on where you see this at. And you can either subscribe or follow me on whichever platform that you're going to see this on. And I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video.